Hey guys, welcome back. I'm the Bento Buster and today I'm going to reinvent the McRib. I'm going to give it a bit of a Japanese twist. Basically, it's the sando-fication of the McRib. So guys, what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Hi campers, this is the Bento Buster and welcome back. Today I am going to go where no man has ever dared to go before. I've decided to reinvent the McRib in the form of a Japanese Sando. These are pork spare ribs, and to start off I'm going to use a paper towel to remove the membrane. Now a McRib is probably made from pork shoulder, but my one's going to be legit, so we're using real ribs. Okay, intruder alert. Don't move a muscle, Bento Buster. She will pass when she's ready. She will pass when she is ready. Okay, now that was a close encounter. Now it's time for a glove change. And we are back! Now that I've removed the membrane, it's time to add the dry rub. Of course you can make the dry rub yourself, but today I'm using store-bought. This is called Kick Butt Hickory Dry Rub, from a place called America. And the object is to rub it into the meat and into all those nooks and crannies the best that you can. Okay, so far so good, and I'll tell you what, it smells really good. I think we're on the right track. And now it's time for some liquid smoke to really intensify that hickory smokiness. Just a couple of drops should do the trick, and then it's time to put these babies in a plastic bag and seal them up. Because I'm going to sous vide these guys for a very long time. Sous vide is a method of low temperature long time cooking in a bath of water. So I have to make sure that all the air is gone and that this package is completely sealed. Now that these guys are vacuum packed and sealed, we are ready to sous vide. Oops! Oh well, I didn't need them anymore. I'm going to set the temperature to 75 degrees Celsius, and my intention is to keep them in there for 24 hours. Okay, it's 24 hours later, so let's check these ribs out. Now don't be deceived by its looks. Trust me, this is cooked. Okay, so what do you think? Yep, these guys are cooked, and look at that meat. It is just peeling off. It is super soft. We are definitely on the right track to making this McRib. Now the next step is to remove the ribs. And how about that? They come off with ease and they're as clean as a whistle. Okay, now that we've deboned it, I guess it's time to barbecue sauce it. If that's the correct terminology, of course. And I will be using America's #1 barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Rays. And to give it a bit more kick, I'm going to add some Korean gochujang chili paste. That's if and when it decides to leave my spoon. Ah, there you go. Now it's time to mix it together. This is a nice combo that I picked up from watching Guga on Guga Foods. That guy's a real inspiration and he really knows his stuff. Okay, there it is, all nicely blended. Now the next step is to coat our ribs with this lovely sauce. Now don't be stingy, you want to put lashings of sauce on. You want to cover the top and bottom and any places in between. Now this meat is really tender, so I've got to be really careful when I'm flipping it. I don't want it to break. And once these ribs are nicely covered, it's time to sear them with the blowtorch. And you can probably guess that this is the part that I always look forward to. Okay, now just look at that. Look at the color. It looks fantastic. If you're gonna sear one side, hey, you gotta sear the other. Now take a good look at that. That looks like one primal piece of meat. Something that Fred Flintstone himself might be very proud of. And now that our meat is done, we are ready to build our sando. Let me correct myself. We are ready to build our McRib sando. And because we're making a Japanese sando, we will of course need some Japanese milk bread. Premium milk bread, I must add. Have you ever tried Japanese milk bread? This stuff is delicious. It's amazingly fluffy and I guess it keeps moist longer than regular bread. It is the perfect bread for sandwiches. Okay, and as you can see, not all the meat is going to fit into the sandwich, so this part is mine. Yummy. Spicy and barbecuey. We're almost there. Now it's time for the onions and the pickles. Just a scattering of onions and about 2 pickles should do it. Okay, and now that the top's on, the next thing to do is to put a plate and an iron kettle on top of it. Okay, yes, I must admit it may seem a little bit unorthodox. Putting a weight on a sandwich is actually common practice here in Japan. It's the perfect way to make the bread hug around those ingredients inside. Okay, and after a few minutes you can remove the weight and look at that. Just look at how snug those ribs are between 2 slices of Japanese milk bread. Naughty. Very naughty indeed. Okay guys, we are almost there. Now the next step is to cut off the crusts. And as with the katsu sando that I made in a previous video, don't be scared to cut off any of the meat because those little offcuts, well, they're going to be eaten as perks of the job. Our McRib sando is almost complete, and I must admit it does look like a very hearty meal indeed. Okay, one final slice right down the middle and that should do it. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's check out the cross section. Bam! And there we have it, a McRib sando. A very meaty McRib sando. Yes, it does look quite different to the McDonald's form of the McRib, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted something different. This, my friends, is the real deal. Now, for all I know, this could be the first McRib sando ever. Many people have copied the McRib, but they haven't done the sando. So you could be witnessing history here, folks. Okay, guys, so now it's time to put it to the taste test. Well, it certainly does look like a Japanese sando, but what does it taste like? That is good. This meat is super tender and really flavorful. You have the tanginess of the sweet Baby Rays sauce, followed by that kick from the Korean chili paste. And then there's that Hickory smokiness. This really is a flavor bomb. And all of that is encased between 2 pillowy slices of Japanese milk bread. And then there's the aftertaste of the onions and the pickles. Oh, this is good. Mission accomplished. Okay guys, well, that's all for today. So the next time you're having a barbecue or you're doing a sous vide, how about you give our McRib sando a go? And you can create a bit of history yourself too. As always, thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time. Ta-ra!